Alright guys, so here on Polarity, it's about 40 minutes after market open. We're definitely in a trending state. We have good correlation between price and delta. Right around this reverse strength line. So we are going to be arming it in trend mode to start. And yeah, if we need to change anything, I'll let you know.
Order filled.
Alright, so it looks like we got our first fill today. Bouncing off this reverse strength line. Triple stacked, actually, what is that? That's a triple stacked imbalance. Um, we have absorption, two absorption levels here, so this is looking like a pretty solid play. So I just highlighted the absorption area that's right here, as well as these two absorption areas here. So we have ourselves a nice little support area, and you know, I'm actually going to include this absorption as well, right here. So still hovering around our entry point right now. I'm gonna mark out this absorption level as well as this absorption level. So we could be forming a range for sure here. So we'll have to see. But it looks like we could be forming a channel, which you can usually tell by about three candles of up down up or down up down as forming a range. So we'll have to see. So it looks like we did just come up, touch this absorption line that we just marked, basically to the tick, right? And rejected that. So definitely could be forming a channel, a regressive channel here. We'll really just have to keep an eye out. If we get stopped out on this trade with positive delta, definitely going to be switching into regression.
The swing here. We were looking for a move up into this kind of 70 level and then 75. You can see what happened here, right? So we finally broke that end of the day. So tricky day yesterday.
So it looks like this absorption level is really acting as tough resistance. So again, we're just gonna have to keep an eye on it. We're not gonna fiddle with the trade. We're just gonna let it be. Wow, so that was a lot of selling that just pushed through that absorption. Um, 4,000 negative 4,000 delta, which means basically there's a lot more sellers than buyers. Um, and that was a very, very quick push down. So we're just going to rearm and trend. We broke below this automatically marked polarity line, broke through this RSI and that absorption. This was still a high quality trade up here for trend. Would it have worked if we were in regression? Yes, but there wasn't really many signs telling us to put it in regression. Besides, yeah, I mean, hindsight, right? But definitely good to keep it in trend mode now. Sellers are super heavy. I mean, look at all these sellers right here with zero on the buy side because it was such a fast push down, right? Such a fast push. So we're gonna keep an eye on it. We're gonna keep it in trend. Looks like this trade's going to hit the profit. We did stop out on that first trade, but that is perfectly fine. So it looks like that was our first winning trade of the day. Did hit our target. Still pushing down at the moment. Still strong sellers. Negative 600 delta. Obviously, right, there's more buyers on this than the previous because there was negative 4,000 delta. So it's 85% less sellers than the previous. But that's still perfectly fine. Definitely in a trending state at the moment until we see maybe a up candle or down up down candle to form with absorption. Then could be a regressive state. So there's our second fill of the day. Good selling right there as well, with some absorption, triple stacked. Three absorption areas right here. Something to keep an eye on. Also, almost shot right down to our take profit. Looking like it might do that still. And we're keeping it in trend. That's our second fill of the day. Second good fill of the day. So we're going to look for one more winning trade. If we can get it, that's great. And we'll call it a day. Yeah, we're looking for two or, up to total trades. So right now we're up 700 and we're just going to keep it in trend as selling's still heavy. All right, so here, probably not the best trade. Um, there's nothing telling us to put it in regression, and it put us into a long entry with because of the triple stacked buy. But selling is obviously heavy. It's been trending down all morning, right? It's been trending down all morning. So it's kind of like trying to catch a bottom, which is not a high quality setup in my opinion. We do have absorption here, right? But I don't know if that's going to be enough to push us up because selling is very, very strong right now. So that we're going to need a lot of buyers to come in. And just to put it into perspective, this is our candlestick chart right now. We have a fair value gap that formed here, another fair value gap that formed here. We just touched this fair value gap and are rejecting that. So it's not looking like we're going to continue upwards. But at the same time, buyers can step in at any moment. We could be getting exhausted of the sellers as well because selling was so heavy. There might not, all the sellers would have already gotten in, right? So sellers could be exhausted on this move down. So buyers could get a push up. So it's still not over yet. It's just definitely not the highest quality setup. So it's looking like this is probably going to be our second stop of the day, which will bring us back to break even. Okay, which is not ideal. But I mean, the only thing we could have done is put it in only arm short, which could have been a better move. So Polarity didn't try and catch a bottom. Um, but yeah, I guess we'll keep it in trend. We'll see what happens. So it looks like there's obviously some absorption here, and there's also some absorption here, which is a good sign that this absorption was formed above our stop loss. Um, so yeah, trade's not completely over yet. It's not my favorite trade. Not my favorite trade. So looks like there's also absorption. I'm gonna delete this because it's not really acting as anything right now. But absorption top and bottom of this candle definitely could be forming a channel. Need this candle to close up, and then our take profit definitely more likely to get hit. So it looks like this candle did close up. There was more sellers in this candle than the previous candle, but we closed above that absorption level. We're right next to that reverse RSI line. So hopefully we can kind of attract towards that first. Yeah, we still have a good amount of buyers, 700 positive delta, 40% more sellers in this than the previous. But hopefully we can kind of pull upwards. We broke through this fair value gap. So in my mind, we are turning bullish right now because we just broke above this. We had a break of structure right here, basically. Had a break of structure. And I think we're going to be pushing towards this fair value gap now. pushing towards this fair value gap. Maybe, yeah, somewhere around here. So I think this trade should hit profit target, and then we will call it a day. So it looks like it missed our profit target by 1 tick with an absorption level created at that reverse RSI. Not what we want to see, but hopefully it can push through, and there we go. So it did push through. That's going to be it for us today. We're up 1,500, 1 losing trade, 2 winning trades, up 1,500 on the day. So yeah, we're good. We're gonna end it there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed.